mirror fast. The hardest part was taking the papers down. You can't spend 40 days with God's truth staring you in the face and not be changed. My favorite part of that experiment was the fact that I didn't do it alone. My youngest daughter, Anna, covered her mirrors too. Like me, she wanted to see herself through the eyes of her Creator, who declares her beloved and beautiful. Maria is asking us to take our daughters by the hand and invite them into a meaningful journey. You don't have to cover your mirrors, but you may. Here's what I can promise you. You will be guided step by step toward a realistic plan to model confidence for your daughters. Will it be hard? Maybe. Will it ask something of us? Definitely. But I'm all in. So is Maria. How about you and your daughters? Are you in? Join us. Let's follow where Jesus leads. Jennifer Dukes Lee, mom to 2 teenagers and author of It's All Under Control, The Happiness Dare, and Love Idol. Chapter 1. Showing her confident. I'll never forget the first time I saw what a confident woman looked like. I was sitting at a table at a fancy restaurant. My best friend was about to graduate from college, and we were out celebrating with a large group of her closest family and friends. At dinner, I sat next to her brother and her mom. I can picture this moment like it was yesterday. The son, in his early 20s, sitting next to his mom and gently, one flick at a time, jiggling the skin under her arm. You know the body part I'm talking about, right? The jiggly part of our arms right under our biceps? The arm spot we try to hide in pictures? Yes, that spot. Her arm was stretched out and lying on the back of the chair next to her, and flick by flick, out of sheer boredom, he was making her arm wiggle and flap in the wind in front of an entire table of people. She let him. She didn't pay him any attention. It didn't bother her at all. My insecure brain exploded. Isn't that embarrassing? Won't people look at her and think she has fat on her arms? Does she even notice he's doing that? Doesn't she care what people think? Doesn't she know most women avoid arm jiggles? This came from the girl who had slipped in and out of pools at a careful angle her entire life to make sure no one ever got a clear view of her bottom. I could not understand not caring about jiggling arms. I had to learn more about this woman. I wanted to learn her secret. As I got to know my friend's mom better, I was not disappointed. She was a woman wholly confident in who she was and completely comfortable in her own skin. It was like seeing a baby squirrel. You know they must exist, but you have never actually seen one. And guess what she instilled in her daughter? You got it. Confidence. So it's true, I thought. Being confident and secure is possible. And you know what? It looked good on them, too. I loved eating with them, the sheer joy of enjoying yummy God-created food. I kid you not, I had to explain to my friend what calorie counting was. Even working out with them was fun. Her mom clapped loudly while she walked or ran because she said it improved body flow through the arms. Well, okay then. In fact, clapping did make things more fun. I saw joy and the freedom that confidence produced in them, and I wanted it. I craved it and had to have it for myself. And I had to have it for my daughter. The question was, how could I get there? How could I become that woman? And would it help my daughter? I honestly never really tried to become confident because I didn't believe it was possible. Why bother making an effort for something I thought I could never possess? So I wrote myself off as someone who was always going to be insecure and went on my merry, messy way. But insecurity is destructive. It doesn't stay with numbers on the scale or clothes that are too small. It seeps into friendships, careers, marriages, and definitely parenting. I thought it was all behind me because I was finally married, but the damage had only just begun. The formula is not promising. An insecure mother, plus crossed fingers, equals a daughter who will somehow magically avoid the insecurity maelstrom. I decided to do the one thing I felt I could do. Teach myself to be confident so that I could turn around and teach her too. After